Anthony decided that I Spit on Your Grave would be a good choice for the podcast. Now,
I truly fucked up on this one.
It's going pretty good, Days. This movie involves super serious subject matter.
Yeah.
Of sexual assault and stuff. Do not think at all that we are making light of it. It sucks.
With all fairness, we literally did sit down for about a half hour going back and forth on if we should or shouldn't. And we're like, you know what? We won't cover a lot of the shit involved in it and speed through it. We're like, we got to get it done for the show, but we'll be very, very brief.
Yeah. Usually with the show, I like to go as in depth as possible with the scenes, so that if you haven't seen it, like, you kind of know what's going on.
Oh, dude, it was more than a brave choice. I had no idea.
Yeah.
There's a story behind it when we get to it.
Yeah. So, hello and welcome all to the Spooky Horror Show. I'm your host tonight, Sean. I'm here with Anthony, and we will be reviewing and unfortunately reviewing and unfortunately spoiling the 2010 horror thriller I Spit on Your Grave. But before we get into that, Anthony, how has your week been? And you can wait. You could also take this time as to explain why you chose this.
Oh, okay. I'll finish it off with that. My week was actually pretty good. I'm picking up a new skill to broaden my automotive skills with welding, so that's gonna be like a fun thing for me to start doing. It was a very long week, and then watching this movie didn't make it any better. It actually, I immediately messaged him once we got this scene going, because I was like, all right, I've seen scenes like this. I was like, it's usually maybe a minute or two. It implies a lot, and it kept going and going, and it didn't stop. And I'm like, dude, I'm not okay with this at all. He's like, dude, it gets worse. And then it got a lot worse. I was like, I don't know if this was a good idea. I don't want to watch anymore. So I saw this come up like on Netflix. I've seen it come up a shit ton of times. It looked like it was a good horror looking film. I've gone to start it like a few times and never gotten to any of those scenes yet. So I'll start it and then like I'll fucking do something and I've never gotten back to it. So I'm like, this is an opportunity. I'm gonna fucking try this out, not knowing anything about this shit, because it doesn't say on the back of the fucking review that it says, yeah, the most graphic and detailed rape scene of a violent little fucking woman by these men in the woods somewhere. That would have told me I will never fucking watch this movie. I'm good.
And what movie did you think it was?
High Tension, which I found out is just as bad as that fucking movie.
Okay, so week for me has been, besides this movie, fine. Working on some stuff, trying to fix like some editing workflow things, create new intros. Hurt my back working out. I started working out a lot more since I realized that I'm spending a lot more time. Well, I realized I'm spending a lot more time having to sit at the computer, because after all this is done, I'm trying a new thing right now where I am, since I'm not playing a game, so it's not GPU intensive, I'm recording while streaming. Yeah. So I don't have to then wait for things to download. I can just kind of jump into it.
It helps that editing process.
Yeah, so I have more control editing everything. And that's pretty much been my week. So since I'm sitting in a chair longer, I'm like, I need to up my workouts. So I've been working out more, and then of course I hurt my back. I still worked out though, even though I hurt my back. Even though my back's hurt, I'm still working out, so it's whatever.
And sitting's gotta kill it.
Yeah. Oh, I have like the back, that back cushion that comes with these chairs. I have it like all the way up into my middle back.
Oh.
Yeah, that's how bad it is. But yeah, so to prevent things like this from happening in the future,
we will now have a planned out guide.
Yes, we have a list that we are making. So Anthony still has to pick out what things he's gonna do.
Yeah.
But my choices so far have started with Hell House LLC, The Gracefield Incident, Vicious
There
Fun,
it is.
and then next week's is going to be Detention. Then Anthony's pick, then mine will be The Innkeepers, Candy Corn, Death of a Vlogger, The House October Built, The Ranger, the original Children of the Corn, and
Okay,
Afflicted.
so there we go. The original one, 1970 something, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, that one.
Because I think the other one
There's
of
a
it, I
new
think
one
that was like
came out. It looked like.
yeah, I think it's like a TV miniseries. I'm not completely sure.
Oh, okay. That's track.
But yeah, so we have films, at least my side, already picked out. So if there's any, like, we can look up and be like, oh, this,
make
no,
sure
we should not.
This will never happen again.
Yeah.
Regardless, at the end of this, we are not recommending this movie, as in a way.
This is a 0 out of 5 stars. If this is a your type of movie, you should seek therapy. Like,
well, okay,
no.
he says it. You know what I mean? This just isn't this part of our show. We're here for the horror. We're here for the.
I like that you're like, well, he says that. He says that.
Because I'm trying to, some people might be able to handle that.
Well,
You're fucked up individual.
We'll get into it. It has nothing to do with handling it. It's
yeah. But this is not our show, people. We're not going to do that to you guys.
So for some info on this bummer fest of a movie, I Spit on Your Grave, the 2010 version, was directed by Stephen R. Monroe from a script by Stuart Morse, which is based on the original 1978 movie's writer-director's original screenplay. I don't know how the hell to pronounce this dude's name. Mir Zarchi?
Ooh, that's a hard one.
I don't know. Yeah, it's Meir. I don't know. It stars Sarah Butler, Chad Lindbergh, who you know from Supernatural. Yeah. He was Russ, the hillbilly hacker. Jeff Branson, Andrew Howard, Rodney Eastman, and I believe his name is Daniel Franzese, which you would know from Mean Girls. I think he was like the fat gay friend.
Really?
Yeah, that's him. That's the big fat biker guy that's always wearing the American bandana in this. That's him.
Yeah. I thought he looked familiar. I'm like, he's always some background sidekick guy or something.
Yeah. This had a budget of $2 million. Way too much fucking money. This should have been like $100,000. Yeah, this should have been $100,000. There was no reason for that much money.
Yeah, maybe a lot of that budget went to paying that actress.
I don't know. But it only made. It was in theaters for 13 weeks, and it only made $572,809.
And we'll explain why.
and it spawned, like, this specific film spawned 2 more movies.
More. It's like 3, 4 more.
What?
There's like 3, 4 more.
No, there's 2 more in the 2010 universe film. So there's I Spit on Your Grave, I Spit on Your Grave 2, and then I Spit on Your Grave 3. I don't remember what that is. But then the 4th one, I Spit on Your Grave Deja Vu, is a sequel to the 1978 movie. You have a good night, Luna.
Good night, Luna.
But all right, let's just fucking spoilers. We're getting into spoilers now. Where's my fucking hell? All right, so like I said, we're not going into super detail. This plot I just copied from Wikipedia. I rewatched the movie just to make sure that the things that they hit, and I don't need to like change stuff because they screwed something up, because I don't want to go into the detail that I usually do. So novelist Jennifer Hills travels from New York City to Louisiana to work on her next book in privacy. They never specifically say Louisiana though. The only reason we know it's Louisiana is like license plates will say it, but they never specifically say that it's Louisiana.
I noticed that.
The gas station attendant, Johnny Stillman, gives her directions to her rented cabin when she gets lost. He tries to flirt with her, and it's just fucking sad. It's just it's awful. He embarrasses himself trying to flirt with her, and every one of his friends makes fun of him. And then she gets in her car and drives to her cabin. She is barely working on her book, talks to her friend, and I guess like goes to take a shit or something, and then the toilet's clogged. So she calls to get someone to come out, and then when she calls them to come out, she somehow mysteriously like drops her fucking phone into the toilet. Like that was the dump, like that was clearly something was like, oh well, we need her phone not to work, so you can't just go with, well, there's spotty service up there. It's like she's holding the phone, she's like, oh no, it's in the toilet. Like that's essentially what happened.
She would dry it off too, so it's not as if like it's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But she calls Matthew. Yeah. She calls Matthew to come and fix it. He's a stuttering plumber with an intellectual disability, played by Chad Lindbergh, the dude from Supernatural. This is the
I like
most...
that guy.
I like him too. He's a great actor. This is the most one-dimensional, like, mentally disabled person portrayal I have ever seen. It's like... his portrayal of someone with a mental disability was
maybe he doesn't know how to act that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like there's ways, and we've seen it done by like other people, and it done fine. But this was basically played like as like you're being mean or like making fun of a buddy that might be intellectually disabled. I don't want to do any of it. I don't want to get canceled, but you know what I mean? When like you're just dicking around, that's kind of like how it feels like he's playing it. Like not how he's purposely trying to play it, but like how it's just being played. So it feels super one-dimensional and not like realistic. And then she rewards him by kissing him on the lips. Why are you doing that?
Dude, I backtracked that. I was like, wait, 15 seconds. I was like, why would you do that?
Why?
You're in the middle of nowhere.
That doesn't make any
like,
sense.
Maybe he has a girlfriend. You're assuming that he doesn't.
Yeah,
maybe he has a
like,
boyfriend. Maybe he
assault.
doesn't like people. That is.
Yeah.
That was very presumptuous. She
So
was fucking freaked.
all while this is going on, I think it's who is
It's the heavy set.
yeah, is that
that's
I think that's Stanley.
bandana.
I think that's Stanley. He's been secretly recording Jennifer in like walking around in her underwear and stuff like that in the apartment. They're all hanging out at the gas station, and Matthew comes back and they're making fun of him and stuff, and they go, yeah, she kissed him, and Johnny's like, the bullshit, she kissed him, and he's like, no, she did. So now Johnny's ego is all bruised after that. They decide to that Jennifer is snobbish and needs to be taught a lesson. That night,
right?
The guys go to the cabin and they're throwing like a couple of dead birds at her door, right? It wasn't just the one, it was a couple of them, right?
No, it was like hers was 3. Like I think they did 2 or 3 times.
Yeah. So she goes outside to investigate, with already fucking stupid. And she goes a little bit further because I think she saw someone, or there was like a light on or something down by like the boathouse. But she turns around and comes back into the house. And when she walks back to her kitchen table, her computer's open with a photo of the guys like basically inside. So they scare her, and the 4 men taunt and then assault her. They don't, the actual assault doesn't happen yet. It's super weird, fucking like they're forcing her.
Suggestive.
Yeah, they're forcing her to drink alcohol when she doesn't want to. Johnny takes out a revolver and puts it in her mouth and tells her to suck it and stuff, and to choke on it and stuff.
It's an obscene.
She's never been with a real man, because all men in the big city, are fairies. Okay, sure, inbred guy. So they try to get Matthew to assault her, to basically have sex with her, but he doesn't, and she attacks one of them with I don't know if it was like whiskey or it was some booze in like a giant fucking 40, but it wasn't a 40 because it was clear.
I think it was wine.
I don't know.
It might
But
have been a line.
she cracks one of them in the knee and then in the head, and then she runs out and she just runs till morning. She
In the middle
comes
of the fucking woods.
Yeah, she comes across the sheriff, Sheriff Storch, terrible name, and Earl. Earl is the owner of the cabin that she's renting. So she tells him that like these 4 guys broke in. Who are these guys? And she's like, I know one of them from the gas station. They called him Johnny.
Knew
So,
exactly who they
yeah.
were.
So Storch says, hey, I'll take you back to the cabin. We'll get this all sorted out. So he takes her back to the cabin. But when he gets there, he finds her marijuana cigarettes, which I hate when people call them fucking marijuana cigarettes.
Marijuana cigarettes?
It's like, just say weed.
Weird.
Just say fucking weed. Jesus Christ.
Pot.
Yeah, and the alcohol, and then cast doubts on her story, which...
Yeah, because that really makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, like, I've known about this movie, so I knew what was going to happen, but... Like him being all dismissive because she has weed and alcohol, like that shouldn't take away from it.
Doesn't that help more of her story that she got taken advantage of? Like,
yeah. But what happened? So he calls in for backup, and then tells her to turn around and put her hands on the wall because she, I guess, is going to be detained for like the weed and shit.
Yeah.
And then the sheriff is really fucking handsy with her, and then all of a sudden, like, he starts calling her like an uppity slut or something like that, and then
he gets south quick.
Yeah, and then the other men come in, and then they I don't know how to say this. That's not. They all sexually assault her.
Yes. Brutally.
Yeah, but not
They're very
before
graphic scenes.
Not before they the first one to assault her is Matthew.
They forced him on her.
Yeah, they force him because they say if he doesn't, they're gonna slice her open. But he does it, and she was smacking him, and then he started choking her.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, he was choking her.
The whole time Stanley's recording all of this. He's recording the entire assault.
Entire thing, start to finish. What's worse is there are people that really do this.
Yeah.
They really do these crimes and then videotape them because they're statistics sociopaths.
Yeah. So this whole section is just like super condensed. It's real small. So the assault happens in 2 separate stages. So inside the cabin that the sheriff just brought her back to, the only one that assaults her is Matthew. During the assault, the sheriff tells the guys to hold her down and keep her quiet because his wife and daughter are calling him. He's not supposed to be working, but he says he's on a call, and he'll be home later.
So fucking sick, dude.
So after that assault and Matthew's like cleaning up and everything, Jennifer just stands up and just walks out of the house like all fuck it, just destroyed.
Like she just she's like naked.
I think she has her top on, but she doesn't have her bottom on.
Yeah.
And then she's just walking, because I don't think she's running. I'm pretty sure she's just walking.
No, she's stumbling throughout the whole entire thing.
And then the guys and the sheriff catch up with her, and that's where they all gang up on her. The sheriff the sheriff holding her down says that he's an ass man, and then goes in the back door dry, which her scream, I hated every part of it. And then Johnny forces a blowjob and tells her did you notice there's a whole running thing with show us your teeth, show pony, show horse? What is that? Is that like a sister fucker thing? Like I don't get it.
I don't know if it's a sister fucker thing. I don't know if it's because they fuck the horses. I don't know, but it was the weirdest fucking thing ever.
Because like at one point they were telling her to whinny. So I'm like, I don't
even know what the fuck that means.
Like the whinny like a horse.
City, I guess. I don't know.
Like I don't. It's fucking weird. So that happens again. Stanley videotaped the entire thing. She gets up. She's fully like naked. and like walks towards the bridge.
It's like a bridge type thing.
Yeah,
for cars
over
and
water,
walking.
and the sheriff like cocks
Racks that shit.
racks his shotgun and is basically gonna shoot her when she just like drops into the water and disappears. They shoot into the water a couple of times
and doesn't come up.
Yeah, he says eventually she's gonna have to come up for air. She never does. So the sheriff goes, we have to keep checking the river from like point A to point B every single day until her body shows up. And then he notices that Stanley's recording, and then he gets mad that he's recording. He's been recording the entire fucking time.
How didn't you notice this dude had a shot? It wasn't filmed like a nowadays thing.
The sheriff
camera's fucking huge.
The sheriff looked right into he looked right into the camera as he was like going in the back door.
Things.
Like
I don't understand.
And now all of a sudden you're like, oh,
now
camera.
you have
What
a
are you,
fucking
stupid?
problem.
It's whatever. It's just so fucking lazy. Apparently a month goes by. They haven't seen like her body wash up. I think they burned the cabin. They took her car and broke it down at the gas station at the body shop. And they've all been just going about their lives like nothing happened.
Like
and that's
nothing's
when
ever happened.
What is it? Fuck. So I think it's Johnny keeps getting dead birds thrown at his house.
Thrown at it, yeah.
Matthew
continuously.
Matthew has been distraught like the entire time.
He's been missing.
Yeah, well,
he was missing.
Yeah, he's been chilling in the woods because when they were, it's like I kind of felt bad for Matthew. Like he didn't want to do it.
I don't think he understood completely. I think he, you know.
But he did know that what he did was bad.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Which is why like the entire time.
To stop him.
Yeah, the entire time he's trying to find her, and it's like them holding her underwater, like in that puddle, is like it's still like every time he looks at water, that's what he sees. So like he's freaking out and by himself. But yeah, so Matthew's been like gone. Johnny is getting birds thrown at his house, so he comes out and he sees that and he's like, blah blah blah, you fucking think you're tough, blah blah blah, whatever. He comes back out again and he finds one of her sandals there. So now like he's kind of freaking out. But then Stanley comes and tell him that his camera's been stolen and the videotape with it. And then
that's where dun dun dun.
Yeah, so Johnny's like, but the sheriff destroyed it. And he's like, no, I already took that tape out and put a new one in. He destroyed a tape that had nothing on it. So they call him a fucking
very
idiot.
much foreshadow. You saw him fiddling around when they were doing all this. You kind of got that hint.
At this point, the sheriff comes home from work and his wife is all like, hey, this tape came, or like the daughter found it. I think the daughter found the tape. It's like, but it won't play in anything. And it's the tape of the assault. So he freaks out and he goes over to Johnny's house and tells him that like
what the fuck?
they need to fucking get shit together. Like they can't they have to find her. Someone knows about it. The sheriff gets a call from, what was the guy's name? Earl. And Earl tells him that this is how you know that it's been a month. Earl tells the sheriff that since the girl left, nobody has seen or heard from her because her friend
I feel bad for that guy.
The friend called him and was like, hey, we don't know where she is. So now he definitely wants to clean up loose ends. So he takes Earl on a hunting trip and then shotguns him to the face.
Yeah. I feel so bad for that dude. He was so innocent.
Yeah, he had no idea what the fuck was going on.
He was like, yeah, you've been my lifelong friend. Gonna go hunting. Yay.
And wait, but then there's also the fact that he killed the dude without knowing, like, what did he tell them?
Yeah, like how much
like you don't know.
Do they know?
it's like, I can understand, well, he killed him to make sure that nothing gets back to him. But you don't know if he was like, yeah,
he thought that he
she
wasn't
was
gonna
with
be able
the
to play
sheriff.
ball.
But still, it's like he could have told the friends he was with Sheriff Stotch or whatever the fuck his name is.
To him, he might know. Yeah. That would
So then
really
all of a sudden
incriminate
you
him.
have more people coming in and being like, hey, we need to talk to this guy. You were the last one to see him alive. Like, he doesn't even have any of that information. He's just like, I'm gonna shoot him in the fucking face. It's like, man, whatever. But this entire time she's been stalking people. I think she's at the cabin, and Matthew keeps going back there, and he finally sees her, and she calls him over, and he comes over. She tells him to sit, so he sits down on the couch next to her. He's crying his eyes out, just apologizing, and
I feel bad for him.
she puts a noose around his neck and tells him that I'm sorry isn't good enough, and then it chokes him out. You think he's dead? He's not dead. We'll get to that in a little bit.
You know, she got to do what she got to do.
From that point, she captures Stanley in a bear trap, because it's Stanley.
Oh my
and
god!
Who the fuck is the other guy?
Good.
Andy.
Andy, yeah. I don't
Stanley
like that
and Stanley and Andy go, I think, looking for Matthew.
Yeah.
They get separated, and Stanley gets stuck in a bear trap, and then she goes to Andy and cracks him in. He goes into like the burnt out house, cracks him in the head, and knocks him out, tying him up. Goes back outside to do shit to Stanley. Like she fed him like a rat, right? A dead rat.
Oh yeah, she's like, you know, you'd be amazed what you eat out here or something like that, and she'd
to stay alive.
Yeah, it's a cane rat, and put the shoves it down his throat.
It was so fucking gross.
It gets better though. It does get a lot better. I will say this right now. I felt every revenge scene from like after those terrible scenes on, I was smitten. I was good. The movie delivered for me.
I will go into it a little bit later, but I still wasn't completely happy with those revenge scenes. But I'll tell you why I'll tell you why at the end.
Okay.
So while he's like puking up all that stuff and everything, she goes back inside. Andy's waking up. She has a bathtub filled. He's basically dangling just barely above water, and it's filling up. So she starts choking, like drowning him a little bit, and he's like and all that, whatever. And then she puts lye in the bathtub.
Whole fucking tub of lye in his fucking tub.
And he's trying to hold him. Yeah, she's trying to hold him. He's trying to hold himself up, and then just fucking face first into a bathtub of lye. She goes back out, and she pins Stanley's eyes open with fish hooks, and then smears.
Oh my god!
What was it, like fish guts?
It's the innards of a fish. She opens
all over his
up,
eyes,
takes his guts out, and smears it into his eye sockets with the lids up. And just so crows would come in and eat his
she sets up the video camera so that the video camera can record. She sets it up and turns it so that he can see what's happening. And yeah, crows come and
videotape.
Yep, the crows come and peck out his eyes, and then he dies.
The crows have eyes,
which I don't know if that would kill him.
Oh, it would eventually kill him.
Right, because I know he's tied. He's tied up. I guess he would die from blood loss from the bear trap, at least.
The bear trap, his eye sockets.
Because, but like
the infection.
Yeah. He died really fast, but I don't remember how she gets Johnny at all. Like
Johnny, the. What do you mean, Johnny? The fucking one with the.
I don't remember how she got. Yeah, no. Johnny is the guy that's like the leader of the group that's not the sheriff.
She got him with birds.
No. She was throwing birds at him, but how did she catch him and get him tied up?
They don't really show you that.
Yeah, I don't remember any of that.
They do like one of those black screen.
Yeah.
type of thing, if I remember correctly.
But she gets him somehow. I don't remember. I'm not watching it again to
yeah, that's the problem.
It's like it's not happening. And has him tied up naked. She pulls out some teeth with pliers, which is disgusting. And then she has like that horse fucking thing.
No, that's just shears. That's just a giant shears.
No. The thing that she puts in his mouth. I think it's the thing. Yeah, it's like reins, and tells him to whinny and stuff. And he's being very defiant for someone that is in a very bad situation. Yeah. Like he is in it. Like I do not for 1 second believe that if a dude was in that situation, that he would pee
himself.
Well, yeah, he peed himself. Which didn't she say even Matthew didn't pee himself?
Yeah.
That in the situation that he's in, because I'm pretty sure at this point she pulled out his teeth and some of them were broken from the reins. And then she told him to suck on the gun, and she makes him deep throat that fucking gun. But before she made him blow the gun, like he was being very defiant.
Terrible. We gotta finish this.
Yeah. Oh, dude, we're only 43 minutes. We would definitely be able to finish the plot before then. But like he was being very defiant. If you're in that situation, are you gonna be like, "Fuck you! I don't do anything some bitch tells me to do"?
And on top of that, like, really? I'm sorry. In real life, if that was, I'm 100% thinking I'm not getting out of this alive. I might as well just shut up. They're gonna kill me anyways.
Yeah. Just fucking kill me.
You know what I mean? There's nothing I'm gonna do. Yeah. So I feel like the more I'm gonna fucking fight it, the worse it's gonna be.
Yeah. And I'm assuming he really deep-throated that gun because the look on his face when he started like gagging was yuck. But then he said something fucking stupid. So she took out a pair of garden shears, and that's when she goes, "It's date night" or whatever, and then cuts his dick off and then shoves it down his throat.
In his mouth. Talk about sucking your own dick.
And then he freaks out and blood is pouring everywhere. It's a whole bad scene. And then he dies.
Yay.
The sheriff gets a call from his wife. Oh. So Jennifer goes and visits the sheriff's wife and daughter and tells the wife that she's the teacher's new like honor roll teacher.
Yeah, advanced. Advanced.
They call the sheriff. The sheriff talks to the wife, and then they give the phone to Jennifer. Jennifer, the sheriff's like, "Oh, you know, it's really nice to meet you, miss." And she's like, "Jennifer Hill," and he's like, "Oh no," and everything. And he's like, "We'll see you soon, sheriff." And then the sheriff gets back to his house, but Jennifer's gone, and so is his daughter. His wife says that the teacher wanted to get to know all of her like new students, and that they went to like a park or something. So he goes to the park and he's freaking out trying to find his daughter, and then Jennifer knocks him out. When he wakes up, he is tied to a chair with a shotgun in his ass, like deep inside his ass.
Deep inside of him.
And anytime he tries to be defiant, she shoves it further up his fucking ass.
I have to say the sound effects for that scene were spot on.
It was rough.
Dude, the nun next week?
The nun is so bad. Well, I mean, that could be your pick since you don't have one. Because my pick next week is Detention.
Yeah, I'll check out that one.
The nun is it's part of the Conjuring universe.
I've never watched any of those.
You never, dude. The Conjuring 1 and 2 were so good. 3 is terrible.
Okay, we'll discuss this later.
But the sheriff starts talking about how he's a God-fearing man. Bullshit. And keeps asking like what she did to his daughter, that his daughter is just innocent, and she says, "I was innocent too." And then she ties a string to the trigger of the shotgun, and then reveals that Matthew isn't dead, he's just unconscious. So she ties the string to him and tells the sheriff that he's gonna wake up soon, and that I would tell him not to move. Um, the sheriff is basically situated facing Matthew. So
God,
the
this
shotgun is
scene.
in his ass and everything, and everything is facing towards Matthew. Jennifer goes and sits outside. Matthew starts to wake up. The sheriff is like yelling like, don't move, don't move. And Matthew is like freaking out and moves. And then the shotgun shoots through the sheriff's asshole, through his face,
And then
into Matthew. The whole time, Jennifer is just sitting outside, just staring into nothingness. And then it fades to black. And that is I Spit on Your Grave. 47 minutes, bitch. 47 minutes. We did it. We fucking, yeah. Oh, dude, yeah, no, it was gross.
Dude, no,
it
was there.
Here we go. Some fun facts of IMDb is to be believed. According to Jeff Branson, who I don't even remember, was that one of the actors? Yeah. That might have actually been the dude that played Johnny. I don't remember.
Oh, okay.
Although it was never used, there was an outward or like safe word that the actress Sarah Butler could use during the assault scenes if it got too intense for her.
Oh.
She could just be like, time out, but she never used it.
I'm telling you, that's where a lot of that budget went.
Yeah.
I would have been like, listen, you're paying me triple.
Yeah. After casting was completed, the actors only had 2 weeks to prepare and rehearse for the movie. At the beginning of the film, Jennifer buys $19.78 worth of gas. 1978 is the year that the original I Spit on Your Grave was released.
Yes.
Like I said earlier, the location is never identified as Louisiana, but the only thing that lets you know is the inspection sticker on the vehicle. Like on all the vehicles is for Louisiana. Yeah. Chad Lindbergh was originally supposed to play video camera Stanley, but he opted to play Matthew instead. So he chose to play the intellectually disabled person and did not do a good job at it.
No.
Although rape is one of the main plot points in the film's theme, the word is only used twice by 2 characters, and they were both at like the very last scene of the movie.
Also, a lot of that has to do with it probably was what they're censoring too, because I know a lot of stuff like the wording, you do get to pay for that, like curse words and stuff.
I think they just released
having
it
so much. And then having so much already with the scenes, it might have put it like over the top. Because I want to know how you know what? Do you know how many cut scenes they deleted they had?
No,
I can only fucking imagine.
I don't have it here. I believe I read something that they submitted it to the MPAA, hoping to get a rated R, but they had a feeling it would come back NC-17, and it did come back NC-17. When they asked what we need to cut to get an R, I think in the info it said that like the people at the MPAA said substantial cuts would need to be made, but they don't recommend making them because it would take away from the impact of the film. So they just released it,
right?
Yeah, so they just released it unrated. That's why it's like when you go to look up the movie, like the only thing you can find anywhere is the unrated version, because that's like the only thing that they have.
Yeah.
The powdered lye Jennifer mixes into the water bathtub that killed Andy was actually Alka-Seltzer.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Sarah Butler accidentally chipped Jeff Branson's tooth while filming the torture scene where she forced him to perform fellatio on the Magnum.
Oh, wow, really?
Because they used actual unloaded firearms throughout the movie rather than prop replicas due to budgetary constraints. How is it more expensive to have fake guns than real guns? That's fucking stupid.
That's just make dumb. A lick of fucking sense.
The actors did all their own stunts except for 2 that insurance wouldn't cover. Jennifer jumping into the river to escape the attackers, and Matthew falling down the stairs. I don't even remember him falling down the stairs.
Yeah, when he's in the fucking abandoned house, when he's having all those flashbacks, he sees her or something.
Oh, okay.
Where she pushes him down the stairs. Yeah, I thought he broke his fucking neck, but apparently he didn't.
Rodney Eastman's character Andy says like fucking A several times throughout the film. This was a catchphrase used by his character's best friend Kincaid in the movie A Nightmare on Elm Street 3 and 4.
Oh, really?
because the dude that played Ant, do you remember like Dream Warriors?
Oh God, yeah,
Yeah. Remember the mute kid?
yeah.
Andy is that mute kid.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Fucking hell.
And then Roger Ebert gave the film 0 stars, as he had done with the original film. By his own account, he reserved 0 stars for films he found to be either artistically inept or morally repugnant. He especially questioned the film's supposed moral equivalency of getting revenge after a rape, stating that both acts were equally despicable crimes. They are not both equal.
No, they are not both equal at all.
The way in which they covered it, that's it for fun facts, by the way. So now here's the spoil reviews, which doesn't even fucking matter. My thoughts on this whole thing. There's nothing I like about this film. Like, nothing. The acting is completely one-dimensional from everyone. The cinematography is completely uninspired. Like, it's super generic up until the assault scenes, and then it's like way too fucking graphic. and then when it gets to like her revenge scenes, they're subdued compared to her assault.
Yeah, actually, you're kind of right.
To me, nobody should ever see this movie. There's no reason for this movie to have even been made in the first place. Like, because here's the thing. What is there to like about it? Like, when you go to see a horror movie, right? And it's like Friday the 13th. You know, it's a killer killing a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fake. And it's like, oh, what kind of cool kills are there going to be? And everything. So you could be like, oh, like what's going to happen? Blah, blah, blah. This is stuff that happens entirely too regularly.
Yes. I said the same thing to the wife. I was like, oh, that would kill. That's what I can't. No, I'll do mine when you're. They spent I feel like a third of this movie is just her assault. Yes, it is.
And it's like,
a huge
why?
Portion of it.
Why? It goes from it being like it's bad, but like you can hop in a car and drive away, to all of a sudden it's like, well, nope, there's no fucking coming back from this. It's like, what is the thing that you would enjoy about this film? Because I don't want to hear any like highbrow intellectual, well, when you think about it, it's the dynamic change. Like, no, it's a chick being sexually assaulted by a ton of different people, especially someone in power, and then eventually she gets her revenge. But it's like, if she fell into that river and just died, like that's just the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Why is she going from New York City to butt-fuck backwoods country nowhere to work on your next book?
There's no backstory in that.
It's like, why there? Why in this place where there's spotty cell coverage, there's no regular roads, it's all fucking dirt roads. You can literally go anywhere.
Between there, literally say, oh, that cabin? Oh, okay. And they all get very weird suspicions about that cabin.
You know what? I want to go to this town that's on like its last fucking leg, where no one even has all their own teeth.
Get murdered. That's
and
what I want to do.
fucking just be there off the grid for a fucking, like, that's stupid. Why did she think it was okay to kiss a mentally handicapped person?
That's what I didn't know the fucking game plan on that one. I was like,
her excuse for it was, oh, I was just excited I didn't have to bathe in the river.
So the first thing you do would be to sexually assault another human being,
a mentally handicapped person
that you can clearly understand might not comprehend your intention.
What is it? I'm trying to go through everything. Oh, in the middle of the night, there's a sound outside. Let's go investigate. What? No, no. There's a sound. You call the cops. Like that's what you do.
All by yourself in the middle of the fucking woods, no lights, no nothing.
And then it's like, oh, there's a sound coming from the boat shed or something, and it's pitch black.
I'm gonna go investigate.
Outside. Let's go check it out.
Nobody does that.
Stanley with the video camera, when Matthew is assaulting her, he looks upset. Did you notice that? Like, he looks like, what the fuck are we doing? Like
He
this,
looked like he was like,
this is
a little bit
terrible.
much. I didn't think it was gonna go there.
But then when Matthew finishes
Allergies.
and then crawls off and starts like vomiting, he starts laughing about it.
Yeah.
It's
He was
like
a little fucked up, ain't he?
what is the point of these
fucked up.
characters? Like none of this makes fucking sense. I have written here, just like Christ, what is the point of this fucking movie? There's nothing enjoyable about the film. The subject matter is fucking abhorrent. You don't learn or grow from it. It's just meant to be wildly offensive. Don't hand me bullshit, fake ass intellectual bullshit about deeper meanings. It's literally city girl goes to backwoods alone and shitty ass fucking hillbilly sister fuckers violently rape her, and then she goes away and then gets her revenge later. That's all that this movie is. Why is the sheriff freaking out about the fucking videotape? He knew about it and he looked at it the entire fucking time. What is it? You keep the cameras rolling on the assault, but when you shoot, oh yeah, okay, there you go. This is the thing. So her entire assault, like you see her pussy, you see her ass, you see her titties. She's full frontal nude, right? And you show these people, like obviously they didn't really assault her, but for the movie, it's all simulated, and they simulate it like fucking crazy.
Yeah.
But then when he shoots Earl in the face with the shotgun, you notice they didn't show him getting shot. They had the POV of Earl looking at the sheriff.
Yeah.
Why? Oh, you can't show that, but you can show this girl being assaulted for fucking 40 minutes? Like, that doesn't make sense.
It's a disturbing viewpoint. It really is.
I never understand, I'll never understand the writing they do when Johnny is all bound and shit, beaten, bloody, teeth knocked out, and he's still being defiant, like she's gonna do shit like that. He goes, what are you gonna do shit? It's like, you should be pleading for your life. But then it's like, okay, so we can show her full frontal nude, but when he's tied up and being like emasculated, like you should see his dick hanging. You should see it fucking get cut off. You know, if it's okay to show this girl's fucking pussy and ass and her being assaulted, then there's no reason to be like, well, for this scene when she cuts off his fake penis and everything, we're just gonna show it from the back, but then we'll show like a really bloody piece of sausage and just like put that in his mouth. Like, no, that's bullshit.
For you to assume it, but you have to gruesomely watch the real thing.
Yeah, so it's like you can't even be like, oh well, you know, it's the power dynamic shifting. It's like, no, it's someone wanted to make a movie where this woman is naked and she gets assaulted. Like, that's what it is. Because if it was not about seeing her naked and getting assaulted, then when she turned the tables and was going after the men, you would see the crows picking out his eyes.
You did see it.
Yeah, but
you got to see it pop out.
Yeah, that's about it.
I fixated on it.
You would see Earl with his face fucking completely shot off.
Yeah.
You saw a little bit of Andy getting his face burned off, but that should have been something like after his face was dipped in the lye and it was lifted up. That's when everything should have happened. It shouldn't have been like, oh, he's a little bit. Oh, he's back in the water. Pick him back up. Oh, it's a little bit more. Put him back down. Oh, and now he's dead. Like, no, he should have been dipped in, lifted up, and then it's just melting off. You should have been, if you're going to be graphic with that shit, be graphic with everything. And then with Johnny, you should have seen him full frontal naked. Just as
terrifying.
Just as exposed as she was. But instead they're like, well, no, we'll just show his butt. It's like, really? Like, that's fucking stupid. If you're gonna show one thing, don't be a pussy. Show the other.
Show the other.
And then like the sheriff whining and crying, I'm a God-fearing man. Where was all that God-fearing?
Where was all that shit when you were fucking doing that to them?
Yeah.
Well, her really, but you know, there's other ones.
Absolutely. And then the last shot, my complaint was like, the last shot is just her sitting there, and it went for way too long.
Yes.
Like way too long. It was like after everything happened, it was like another 3 minutes of her just staring there, just staring. Like, that's all that it was. It's like, what? Just cut the fucking black, man. Like, let it be over. The acting wasn't, the acting wasn't like good. And like everything was super fucking generic. up until the assault, and then it's like, ugh.
Yeah.
And then once the assault's done, it goes back to being generic. And then once she starts like fucking getting her revenge, it's a little less generic. But like I said,
it's
they
a
don't
little
show
more
anything.
intense, but
Yeah, but they don't really show anything. So I was just, I don't fucking like this movie. 0 out of 5. Don't fucking watch this movie.
all right,
it
now
made
that the
no money.
Dumpsters Fire's over,
It-
are we
it
ready for
made-
this?
It made no fucking money. Why did they make 2
didn't.
more fucking films?
That's what I don't understand. They clearly had a fucking issue the first fucking movie. So
It's
let's
because-
go double down.
It's because
and go
there
and
are
make
fucking weird people that like this shit. That's
Like I
what it
said,
is.
I-
Because it's like, I can
and-
even understand like, oh, you're going to see like the Human Centipede. It's fucking gross. It's body horror.
No.
It's whatever. But even with that, I don't want to hear any fucking high intellectual bullshit. It's literally just fucking crazy scientist fucking kidnapping and drugging people and then sewing and gluing their assholes to people's mouths and then making them eat and then shit into someone's mouth and then making that person
bad.
eat it and shit there. That's all that the fucking movie is. There's nothing high society about it. But fine, you could be like, well, it's body horror. Like, why is there a rape revenge genre?
Yeah. Because
Like,
we're a
there-
fucked up
there's-
world.
There's no fucking need for it. It's just stupid. But what are your thoughts? 0 out of 5. Fuck this movie.
Honestly, I fully regret it. I didn't mean for that to happen. I now know that I have to look up these things well before I say yes to this. I think that it went way too far. Hey, look, I have $200. Never mind. I think they went way too far into it. You didn't need it. It was conveyed. When I thought of it, I thought it was like you said. It'll start off assumption, cut to a scene, and she goes and drives off, or even runs into the woods like you were. It went a lot further than was in my comfort zone for a scene, and it was unnecessary. And it reflected in the reviews and in the sales. When he got to the revenge part, that's where we differ. I liked them. I like seeing his face and flesh fall off. I thought they were cool. I thought she was brutal in it. The acting did suck. It really wasn't very.
But like with the kills, do you agree with me that like if it was okay for them to go
Oh no, yeah,
that
we fully agree.
far with
Yeah.
with all the shit with her, that they should have done the exact same thing
Oh yeah,
with the guys?
because we know there's a market for men to watch that than they
Yeah.
feel women would.
Because
so
it's
they
just
placate
naked woman gits assaulted. Like that's
Yeah.
all that it is. Like
Because honestly, there's many horror films, something similar. It's all of them that do that. There's one girl that gets molested in it and
I feel
becomes
like
the victim, and they're running away. But
I feel like-
the common theme is they don't go that far.
yeah, like I feel like if the assault scenes weren't so graphic,
It would have been a little bit better.
it would have been a little better. But the fact that they were so fucking graphic, that like, who is it for?
It was very off-putting.
Like I don't get it. But yeah, continue.
Other than that, like, yeah, I wouldn't recommend it. But unless that's your bag, in which please exit the door, like just unfollow. We're good.
Yeah, it's okay. You can leave.
It's not a good movie for that genre. Please don't watch it. I fucked up. Won't happen again. We promise. We're gonna screen these things, and yeah, be mindful when you're going to look for this shit. I don't do it. It's usually Moondog that gets to tell me. Look it up. Fucking check it out. The trailer doesn't mean anything, evidently. Okay.
Yep.
So that's our take. Don't ever fucking watch any of this fucking franchise, please.
That's why we now have a film list put up
Scripted guide.
that once
I filled mine in.
Anthony, did you?
No, once I fill my.
Oh yeah, once
Been
he
on here with you
fills
the whole time.
so once Anthony fills in his red slots for films, I am gonna post this in our Discord
Everybody knows move your head on.
so that you'll be able to see what it is, so that you'll know what thing to watch next. So yeah, so 0 out of 5.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So, my pick for next week is a 2019 Taiwanese supernatural psychological horror film.
Taiwanese.
Yeah. Based on the popular horror video game of the same name. So this is Detention.
是你的请求，请菩萨指示，请观世音菩萨指示。要是他不在就好了。
学姐，你怎么这么晚还在学校？
我睡着了。
我也是，醒来之后学校就没人。
怎么会有这个？这不是人死了才贴的吗？
地下组织，颠覆国家。
老师就是在这里带你们读书的。
书包打开。
再不小心一点，到时候还有机会发现就完。我们读书会出事。国家杀人！张老师也是读书会的。
这是我辅导的学生，他闯祸了。
你会在我身边吧？你不会跟他们一样离开我的吧？
继续申请。
事情到底为什么会变成这个样子啊？不就只是看几本书而已吗？
你是忘记了，还是害怕想起来？
事情都过去了，就当一切没发生过，不好吗？
That is next week's video.
That'll look interesting.
Yeah, all right. And it's based on a video game that was also fucking banned in China.
Oh.
And the video game is scary and creepy as all hell too.
Oh, okay.
But
All right, let's take a quick break and then go into this game.
yep, that is the end of the podcast.